Hi, I'm Jeff Rouse, executive producer of Our Story Productions, and joining me again today is my lovely wife, Denise.
Thank you, Jeff. And today, we will be your host for part 2 of this special show that recognizes the volunteers that tell our story, small town living at its best.
As we shared in part 1, Our Story is being aired in over 1 million households, spotlighting points of interest and businesses located to date in 174 towns. This is made possible due to the outstanding group of volunteers we now have that number 54.
The challenge over the years has been how to tell the stories taking place in our communities in a unique and entertaining manner. Summer of 2008, an idea was developed to do a segment that would take a humorous look at small town living on a soap opera spoof.
Though the segments would not feature points of interest of our communities, they would add a bit of humor to each show. So with the help of our volunteers, we began airing the soap opera spoof As the Corn Grows.
The response to the soap was overwhelming. Viewers reacted to quirky and over-the-top characters. We now would like to recognize the volunteers who play the characters you have come to know on As the Corn Grows.
As long as you're all in here, I want to say my goodbyes. As I lay here dying, I've had a lot of time to reminisce about all those years, long, long ago, when all my nieces would come out and play in my pool and drink lemonade on my porch.
Well, nieces, but how about me? I'm your only nephew.
Well, I have some fond memories about you too, John. When that camel spit in your eye and you kept going on and on and on about it.
There'll be more summers, Aunt Ella. There will.
I hear the Lord a-calling, my little prairie angel. But my last thoughts have been about Katie, my darling, darling, darling Katie.
Is she?
She's gone.
Who's Katie?
What? You remember Katie?
I don't.
She used to come every summer for a whole week and play with you.
You know, she's that big shot magazine editor out there in Hollywood.
Mrs. Swanson, don't forget to pick the rhubarb. And you, John, it was just camel spit. Get over it.
Is she?
She's really gone this time.
This is Dougie Dugan, Aunt Ella's interior designer. Dougie, this is Urban Katie, Aunt Ella's niece and my new best friend.
Very nice to meet you, Mr. Dugan.
Oh, call me Dougie, please.
Well, all right, Dougie. So nice of you to have stopped by to visit. To what do we owe this great pleasure?
Well, I thought I should tell you that I probably would have come sooner, except I thought you needed a little time and space to grieve, and your aunt had really something in mind. So, well, anyway, it's.
Oh, Mr. Dugan, are you okay? Should I get you a glass of water or something?
No, Prairie Ann, that's fine. She has hired me to come here and redo the whole house from top to bottom.
Well,
everything.
Mr. Dugan, Dougie, I have to tell you that I've looked through all of these papers and nowhere does it say that a house remodel is allotted for. And I'm so sorry.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry. Your aunt has paid for everything. All the colors, all the furniture, everything has been paid for.
Well, John Robert Olson. It is time we met. I have searched for you for years after Father's dying declaration. And soon, very soon, we shall meet, and I shall have what is rightfully mine.
So, this is man you dream of, John Robert Olson, American capitalist pig. Tui.
Oh, Boris, please, please, this is purely business. Father sent him something years ago that is mine, rightfully mine, and I shall have it back.
I understand your obsession. For chicken plucker, he is quite handsome.
Oh, my darling, darling brother. Boris, I tell you this. When I return from my trip, we will have wealth beyond our wildest imaginings. As for this chicken farmer, I spit on him. Pooey!
I come with you then.
No, no. This is something I must do.
Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
No, Ms. O'Malley, you are the State Fire Marshal, are you not?
That is correct.
And you filed the report concerning the fire at Katie Olson's farm?
Yes.
In a nutshell, please tell the court what you found.
It was arson.
Order! Order, I say. I will have order. I will clear the courtroom.
No further questions.
What was in that ad anyway?
Well, just like we discussed, room for rent, $300.
I was beginning to think that maybe it said something like, desperately seeking weirdos.
Well, the phone's just ringing off the hook.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, we'll see. I just hope that these interviews go better than these conversations have.
Yeah.
Well, come on in, have a seat.
Hey, man.
You must be, Willow Brook. Would you like some coffee?
Oh, no, man. Coffee gives me hives. Not groovy.
Coffee? Hives? You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, man, coffee gives me hives. I get big blotches all over my skin, and then I'm itching, and my eyes swell, and my tongue swells. So that's a no on the coffee then?
Well, Willow, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, man, I was born a love child. My mommy and daddy and I, we traveled in the circus until the incident.
Stanley Crockett. Dog whisperer. I called him out the room.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crockett. I can't hear because of all of that barking.
Samson! Delilah! Cricket! Shut up!
I'm terribly impressed, Mr. Crockett.
Oh, it's nothing. I just seem to have a way with dogs.
So you're one of those dog whisperers.
Well, actually, I prefer dog psychologist, but dog whisperer is what people know.
Dog whisperer.
Yes, well, right now I'm working with a neurotic German shepherd, a bipolar beagle, and a paranoid Pomeranian.
Have you ever worked with a cord-chewing cat?
No, ma'am, I'm strictly a dog doc. I walk the land with my dogs, over the hills and through the bogs.
Dr. Crockett, do you have any relatives in this county?
You're barking up the wrong tree there.
I just love the way Tom Dodge played Stanley Crockett in this last clip, didn't you, Jeff?
Absolutely.
And the way he can do multiple roles, it's amazing.
It is amazing. And you know, somebody else in those series of clips played multiple roles too, didn't they?
Okay, that's enough. Let's look at another clip.
Come on now, this won't hurt a bit.
Not now, Minnie.
Not now, Minnie, not now, Minnie. I wish I'd never bought you those binoculars.
Oh, for crying out loud. Why don't you go groom the poodle and just leave me alone?
Fifi is just fine. I clipped and dipped her yesterday.
Would you quit hovering over me and just go fry something?
Give me those. You'd think you'd never seen Katie's farm before.
Quite the circus, eh, Minnie?
I must have had one too many glasses of wine at lunch. I thought I saw Ronnie Silage riding on an elephant, being chased by a pack of dogs, a wild man, and Betty Thompson.
Oh, my little Minnie May, you're not hallucinating. Looks to me like Urban Katie has invited some of her artsy-fartsy Hollywood friends here to pay us a visit. Oh, crap. They don't have a camel, do they?
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
So that was a big piece of coconut cream and 2 coffees?
You got it, honey. So let's see what you got here.
At approximately 1,300 hours, on March 16th, you learned you were adopted. And a Mrs. Swanson, not Mary Olson, was your biological mother.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to...
Whoop. And furthermore, a lawyer, Ed, indeed learned that you were adopted as an infant and that your biological father was Russian KGB.
Well, that's right, but what I would...
Well then, I would say my work is done here.
No, it's not. Happening? Sit down.
Settle down, Cousin John. You're scaring my customers again.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I need you to check into those other things, find out what they mean to me, and who's doing it, when they did it, and why they did it.
Something's up with Cousin John.
Why? What's she done now?
He winked at me.
Who winked at you?
Cousin John. I can't put my finger on it, but he's up to something.
Ronnie P. Silage? Well, yeah. Oh, I'm Ricky Ray Thompson, high school football quarterback.
Ricky Ray, you old dog! Well, where you been?
Well, I've been in Hawaii working on a pineapple farm by day, running the club circuit by night.
Hawaii! Now what would possess you to leave paradise for the pastures of Sweet Swine?
Well, it was lady trouble.
Ooh, lady trouble. Ooh.
Yeah, I tell you, I just can't seem to avoid it. Charm, I'm cursed, because charm just oozes out of every pore of my body.
Oozes. I wish a little would ooze off me. You know, there's this little lady I got my eyes on here, but she can't see me for Adam, can't see me for the forest, can't see me for the trees.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ronnie, you're lucky. You ought to thank your lucky stars. I gotta beat them off with a stick. I'm telling you, it's just a terrible curse that I'm under. Count your lucky stars, Silage.
Ooh, what's your secret?
Oh, there's no secret. You just gotta know what a woman wants.
Know what women want? No, there is not a man alive who knows what a woman wants.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, it's no mystery. Hey, bartender, bring us another round, would you? Don't be alarmed or anything, but I want you to kind of take a glance over your left shoulder and take a look at that woman in the black dress in the corner.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, do you see her?
Yeah.
Well, I'll bet you right now that I can go over and come back with her phone number in less than 30 seconds.
Well, that's Carolyn the librarian, and she hasn't had a date in, well, let's face it, she has never had a date.
Well, sit back and watch the master in action.
Okay, Marianne, I need to get this counted and in the vault ASAP, okay? What's wrong with you? Take this.
Shh. Nice and easy.
Crap.
Very quietly and very quickly put the cash in this bag.
In this bag?
That bag. I don't want the bait money out of the drawer.
Hey, John, come on.
But I'll take the money that you're holding.
Come on, John. John!
Come on. I got all day here. Let's go.
Come on, John, there's one.
Keep it coming. Come on.
Oh my gosh, there's two.
John? Come on, come on.
John? Come on! I feel just terrible
Too slow,
about
you're
this.
too slow. Pick it up here,
What
pick it
I've
up.
been through to get this.
Come on, lady, just take the money from him.
Okay. Sorry. Here we go.
Okay, now, it's been nice doing business with you, but I gotta give myself some time before the cops arrive, so we're gonna put you in the vault.
But it's Friday. If you put us in the vault, there won't be anybody get us out till Monday.
Oh, that's right, it is Friday the 13th. Unlucky for you, I'd say. So let's move it to the vault.
Oh my God.
Oh, Johnny, you haven't changed a bit.
Mystic? What the? It's been over 10 years.
Yes, my dearest Johnny, it has been a long time. But in my heart, it seems like only yesterday since your lips touched mine.
Oh, where's Emil Scissorhands?
Emil? Emil and I are still at the circus, but enough about him. It was destiny when we met at that chicken pluckers convention in Dubuque, lo, a many moon ago.
Well, oh, wait a second. I don't know that much about fate. All I know is I went down to the hotel bar to have a drink, and you needed a light.
Hush, dear Johnny. Your words are like rhapsody to my ears. But I have to ask you something before you steal my heart away again.
Whoa, Mystic. Listen, we had a great time, but I've moved on.
Have you? Well, Emil and I have moved on as well. Too hungry. But first, I must ask a favor of you, John.
A favor?
Little John.
Time did you say Ronnie's train is coming in?
Oh, he said at about 5 o'clock tonight. That's if the snow holds off.
Well, I cannot wait to tell him about the reward money.
Reward money?
Your brother is a rich man. He gets half of the reward for helping to apprehend Willie Odom and his gang.
Half?
It's $200,000. And Ronnie and I get to split it.
Oh, wee, Miss Katie. Now he's gonna be able to start that poetry magazine that he's always jabbering about.
As I explained on the phone, Prairie Ann, I've been looking for just the right designer to work with on this brand new line of clothing that will feature my label.
Garrett, I was so overwhelmed when you picked me, and it's such an honor to meet you. I'm looking forward to working with you. While I've been pinching myself all week long. I think it's a dream. It has to be a dream.
No way, Prairie Ann, this is no dream. I've always known you had talent, ever since the first time I met you.
Talent? Me? Why, this is the first time we met.
Come on, Prairie Ann, don't you remember all those glasses of lemonade that you served up for me when we were at your Aunt Ella's back when we were kids?
Lemonade? Aunt Ella's?
Come on, Prairie Ann, look close.
Why, Norman Crenshaw. Oh, giddy up!
Thanks for taking me with you, Big John.
Oh, you know what? I'm kind of glad I brought you along, too. Gives us men folk a chance to get to know each other a little better.
I missed Miss Minnie, though.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of did, too. Boy, I bet she's mad at us. Or, not at us. I bet she's mad at me. Yeah, she didn't even call.
The battery was dead, remember?
Oh, crap, that's right. Here, plug this in.
That might be her.
Hey, put it on speakerphone. Hello? Why, hello to you, big brother. Daniel? Yes, sirree. You know, Minnie has been worried sick about you boys.
We were at the Chicken Pluckers convention, Uncle Dan.
I'm sorry, Vladimir. I'm a failure at this go-between business.
Oh, Betty, I'm sure it isn't that bad.
Well, John just refuses to have anything to do with you. He said any man that would give up his son he wanted nothing to do with.
I was afraid of that.
You know, maybe his mother, Mrs. Swanson, would have better luck with him.
Oh, I don't think so. I think my time of being in her good graces are long gone.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure. I have watched her looking at you. She steals glances when she thinks nobody's looking. And I shouldn't tell you this either, but I think there's some embers burning there yet. And if you play your cards right, flame that up a little bit, and when she's sweet on you, then ask her. I'll bet she'd do it.
Betty, I think you're wrong. Besides, it's your face that occupies my dreams nowadays.
Oh, Vladimir, you're such a charmer. How did she ever let you slip through her fingers?
Oh, there you are, you money-grubbing buzzard.
Well, it's not exactly happy birthday, but hello to you too, Johnson.
Listen, Olson, you own the paper, you own the TV station, you own the bank, you got the chicken establishment going, and now you had to open up a wholesale feed mill right across the street from me.
Hey, it's just business, Clem.
Business? You watch your back, Olson.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Your time is coming, and when it does, I want to have a front row seat.
One fun thing that I noticed, Jeff, when we were going through the clips was the father and son duo that we have on the show.
The only one we have on the show.
The only one we have on the show.
Mark Anderson and Leonard Anderson, father and son in real life, who play Cousin John and
Clem Johnson from the Feed Store.
Absolutely. Yeah. Both did a great job, and we hope to see more of them in upcoming episodes.
Hey, how about we take a look at another clip?
Let's take some more clips.
Well, Clarice, you're just looking pretty as a picture.
Oh, well, thank you, Earl. You know, you're looking pretty handsome yourself there. You know, isn't it exciting? I think everyone in town has shown up for this surprise party.
Really? I didn't notice.
Earl, what have you been drinking? Come on, snap out of it. People are starting to stare.
Let them. I don't care. I can't believe my luck. I'm here with the prettiest girl in town.
I'm telling you, Earl, I'm flattered. Really, I am. But don't go all Cary Grant on me.
Aw, shucks, Miss Clarice. I guess my mouth is just saying what my heart is feeling.
All right, I'm going to the ladies' room. You and your heart need a break.
Hey, good to see you.
So how's the paperwork for my lawsuit coming along?
Well, we've run into a little glitch.
Glitch? What kind of glitch?
Well, you see, a glitch is a legal term, which means that after I say that word, I can charge you twice the original price.
I didn't ask what a glitch was. What kind of glitch are you talking about?
Well, there seems like there's a little conflict of interest. I'm representing Prairie Ann in that lawsuit where you stole her boyfriend.
What? You can't sue someone for stealing their boyfriend?
Well, you wouldn't think you could, but there's a thing called alienation of affection. I should have used that in my last divorce.
Well, what about my $5,000 retainer check?
I'm keeping that.
What? You didn't even do anything.
Well, once you gave me that money, I spent the last 2 weeks thinking about nothing but that. How could I keep that money? So I thought of research, I've written letters, I've made phone calls. And in fact, when this meeting's over right now today, as this little conversation we're having, you'll owe me $98.03.
That's outrageous. You'll be hearing from my attorney lawyer, Ed, my new attorney.
You can afford 2 attorneys?
I ain't saying nothing.
If you cooperate, I can put in a good word with the prosecutor for you.
Prosecutor? I thought you said I wasn't under arrest.
Not at this time. But if we can prove you've been stalking Cousin John, he may want to press charges.
You can't prove nothing, Copper.
Well, I have a transcript of a conversation between you and Cousin John recorded by the phone company on October 5th of 2010. It reads as follows. It's like I said, John Robert. I'm watching over you. Life is unpredictable. You just never know what might happen.
That doesn't mean nothing. That's just a neighborly chat between friends.
I have an eyewitness who puts you at the scene of the crime. acting very suspiciously.
I bet that's that nosy Norma from Edie's restaurant. I ain't saying another thing.
Miss Plow, do you or do you not own a 9mm handgun just like the one used to shoot John Robert Olson?
Give it to me straight, Doc. I can take it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Plow, but the test results came back negative.
Negative? Negative? Oh my God, it's negative. What am I gonna do? I knew as soon as I became
Calm
successful,
down.
I'd be stricken down right here in
Calm
Sweet Swine
down.
County by a magic bullet. Please tell my mother I love her. Please, please.
Calm down.
Oh my.
I started to tell you that I double-checked all of the data, and there just doesn't seem to be any doubt. You're as healthy as a horse.
A horse? I'm turning into a horse? No, I'm as healthy as a horse?
You're healthy as a horse.
But what about the bullet? Right here, I felt it.
That was cast off from Cousin John's hip. That
The blood!
The blood was his.
Well, hello there, pretty lady. This chair taken?
No, knock yourself out.
Well, I must need new glasses, because I haven't seen you in here before.
I just moved back here a few weeks ago. Destiny and disaster.
Willie Odom. Been here about a year. Seems like forever.
What line of work you in, Mr. Odom?
Well, I'm in finance, you could say. Had a few bad jobs, investments, and did me in. But now I'm working down at Clem Johnson's feed store.
Ah.
So where do you hail from?
Believe it or not, I was born in Split Hoof, but I moved out of here when I was 18, went all the way out to New York.
Ah, that explains the accent. So what'd you do in the Big Apple?
I was a dancer.
Dancer? With the Rockettes?
Something like that.
Thank you, Dr. Cornell, for taking the time to see me.
What is it, Katie? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, you don't know the half of it, Dr. Cornell.
Okay, let's slow down, Katie, and start from the beginning.
I'm not sure, but I think I may be on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
What makes you say that?
Well, I've been seeing things.
What kinds of things?
I've started to see ghosts.
Ghosts?
Well, actually, just one ghost. Aunt Ella.
It's very common for people who've lost a loved one to want to see them again. This is actually not that unusual.
But Dr. Cornell, she talks to me.
You've been having conversations with her?
Are you mocking me, Dr. Cornell?
No.
Well, if you are mocking me, I can tell you right now that I might just about lose my mind.
I'm not mocking you, Katie. Now look, sometimes a person's subconscious mind can bring their most deep-seated worries to the forefront. So I truly want to know what you and Aunt Ella have been discussing.
Oh my! We interrupt this program with breaking news. Little John, Cousin John's only child, has been kidnapped. You heard me right, folks. We now go to our newest field reporter, Cassidy Davis, for more information. Cassidy, are you there?
Yes, Barbara. This is Cassidy Davis reporting live from Sweet Swine International Airport. Not an hour ago, this reporter received a tip that Mystic Ray, former lover of John Robert Olson and mother of Little John, has abducted the child and is attempting to escape via plane.
Describe the scene for us, Cassidy.
I'm at the terminal, and Mystic Ray is attempting to board the plane with Little John in tow.
Is Officer Dave on the scene?
No, Officer Dave is currently in High Horse, attending an emergency preparedness seminar, which given the circumstances is slightly ironic.
So there is no law enforcement there right now?
Melvin the jailer arrived only moments ago. He is attempting to subdue Mystic Ray before she boards the plane. Oh my!
Well, Cassidy, are you all right?
Mystic Ray is using Little John as a human shield. She's waving the gun around. It's a very intense scene out there, folks.
Listen, Toots. You put Agent Gabriel on the line right now.
Gabriel.
Gabby?
Dirty Harry. Is that you?
It sure is. And I've got a job for you.
Well, I gotta say, we're a couple men short right now. What's the case?
Well, it's just a small, cold case missing person.
Can't the local yokels handle that for you?
Well, if they could have, I certainly wouldn't have been calling in a favor from you, would I?
Okay, settle down. Give me the details and I'll see what I can do.
Well, I need to know about the daughter of Ella Catherine Olson.
Well, when did she go missing?
She was born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa on October 31st and adopted out November 1st, 1956.
1956? That's not a cold case, that's a popsicle.
And as we were going through the clips, I think one of the fun things for me was watching some of the new people that have just come on the show, like Agent Gabriel. Archie Farnham, who's doing a fabulous job.
He is doing a fabulous job, and he's also working with one of our original cast members, Mrs. Swanson, who's Bonnie Felstead, who always does a great job.
Who is a hard act to follow.
Absolutely, and they did a great job together, as everyone we saw has. Now let's take a look at a few more, shall we?
This is not a good time for you and I to be seen together here, darling.
Why, Daniel Beauregard Lee, if I didn't know better, I'd say you had a little old girlfriend on the side.
Oh, hush, honey, don't say anything like that. You don't understand. It's just that my business here is delicate. I just need a few more days, and we will be set for life.
But sugar.
Now, don't but sugar me. We needed to stick to our original plan, and that did not include you coming here to see me in Sweet Swine County.
Oh, all right. You win. I will leave tomorrow. But I suggest we stop wasting precious time and make the most of our one night together.
You know that may not be a bad idea.
Hello. You probably don't remember me. I'm Lorraine. I'm the cashier down at the Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, yes. Yes, I shop there all the time.
Oh.
Are you here for the reporter's job?
Well, yes, I am. I'm afraid that food liner lifestyle just is not working for me. But I do have one question to ask about this job, if I may.
Oh, go ahead, please.
If I get this job, would I have to work closely with Ronnie P. Silage?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, wonderful. I see.
Is that going to be a problem?
Oh, no, not at all. You see, I'm quite a fan.
Of Ronnie?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Ronnie P. Silage.
Oh, I think he's dreamy. I love his reporting style.
Sergio, forgive me for the interruption, but I'm telling you, if you can make your way clear to get upstairs, we're having some words with the camera crew.
Ronnie? Ronnie P. Silage? It's Lorraine from the Piggly Wiggly.
Thanks for working me in today, Harriet. I've got a book signing in Pigsley, and my nails are a mess.
Oh, no problem. I'll take care of you. Okie dokie.
Oh, I've been such a nervous wreck ever since my agent told me about this. Oh, my nails are gone, my glasses are broken, and my voice is squeaky.
Not to worry. Harriet takes care of her clients. B.T. Plow and Marvin Monroe are birthing a buffalo. So she canceled her 2:30 appointment. Harriet will take care of everything.
Oh, good. Because I've just been a nervous wreck. The publishing house is putting me under so much pressure. Ever since the crowd started to riot at my last book signing.
Let's see, what have we got to work with here? Ooh! You made it just in time. Harriet can fix you up. I'm going to dress you up and make you look fancy.
I'm so embarrassed. Oh, this whole celebrity hubbub is just getting to me. No, my first book is in its third printing, Between the Covers.
Ooh, Between the covers. How scandalous.
Well, who knew a book about the history of the Dewey Decimal System would create such a stir?
Dewey and his decimals.
I'm afraid you're going to be overqualified for the job.
I just want to change, Mr. Plow, and I seen your ad for the Plowing Through Life, and I thought that it would be a wonderful new start for me.
Well, I'm flattered that you applied, but you need to know that this position requires a lot of nights and weekends.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Plow. I don't have any children. I don't have anybody at home. And you know, since my encounter with alien life forms last year, I try to keep myself busy.
Alien life form?
Alien life forms, Mr. Plow, plural.
Well, excuse me, alien life forms. I'm assuming you're talking about Lawyer Ed.
No. I was out at Swine Lake enjoying a beautiful day of nude sunbathing when it happened.
What happened?
Well, like I said, I was up there nude sunbathing and I could just feel something watching me. You know, that feeling like chills up your spine?
Well, that I can understand. I'm sure it was Cousin John with his big binoculars out there. You know, he has a cabin out on that lake.
I'm sure it wasn't him.
And then what?
Well, I heard something over in the gooseberry bushes, so I wrapped myself in my towel and I started for my car.
And?
Well, I got about 10 feet to my car and all of a sudden I felt this electrical charge go up my back. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I couldn't scream.
Well, what did you do?
Well, what could I do? There I was, just paralyzed, wrapped in my Johnson feed store towel. And the next thing I know, I'm looking up at these hairless creatures with glasses and their leader.
Sounds like Lawyer Ed's hair club for men.
No, these were aliens. They spoke gibberish for hours.
Just like Lawyer Ed.
I'm here to see Elmer Plow.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, I believe it's at 1 o'clock.
All right. Well, just let me see. Whoa, let me see if he's in.
But I can see him.
Shh. Mr. Plow, are you in? Is this thing working?
Take your finger off the button!
Sorry. Do you have an appointment with a Mr.
Silo. Earl Silo.
Mr. Silo, Earl Silo?
Take your finger off the button! Yes, I do. Please send him in.
You can go in.
Thank you.
I can't believe Daisy May wasn't on the guest list. Who did that? Norma, did you do the guest list? I can't believe she wasn't here.
Didn't you hear?
Hear what?
She's in the hospital.
The hospital? My sister's in the hospital? What's the matter? What happened to her?
She went into labor last night.
Labor? Daisy May is pregnant?
Has been the last 9 months.
Oh, well, come to think of it, she was packing on a few pounds. Did you guys notice that? I'm like, I can't believe I didn't think about that. Well, who's the father? Does anybody know who the father is?
Well, we think it's that Garrett Dawson singer.
Oh.
And you know, he's on a 40 city concert tour now. And he's been gone for 8 months.
She says they'll get married as soon as he gets back.
If he gets back.
Prairie Ann, let's get back to this bridal event.
Oh, whatever. Fine then.
As Miss Minnie's maid of honor, I would like to welcome you all to this fine event.
Now you've seen the volunteers who play the characters you have come to know on As the Corn Grows.
And as you know, Denise, additional shows were added from the fictional county of Sweet Swine County.
Oh yes, and the first was the talk show with the catchphrase, weeding out the big stories, throughout Sweet Swine County and beyond, called the Cockabur Morning Show. We believe the popularity of this show was due in large part to the outstanding volunteers who have played the host over the years. Take a look.
Our Story Productions presents the Cockabur Morning Show, where we weed out the big stories from throughout Sweet Swine County with Bobby Ray and Sally Sue.
Well, Sally Sue, it's time for us to bring out our special guest this week. And I'm telling you, they are special. They're from the town known as Ham Hock Hollow. Yes. They are Sweet Swine County's own Lars and Inga. Welcome. Welcome, Inga. Welcome, Lars. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome, Lars and
Yes,
Inga.
welcome.
Thank you.
So
It is
nice.
so nice to be
here.
Wonderful. Well, we understand that you retired a few months ago.
Yeah,
Really?
we did. Yeah, it was like several months ago now, I'd say.
Inga, he says, we've been in the sign business now here for 25 years. Don't you think it's time we retire?
Didn't you say that, Lars?
Yeah.
Is there any chance that we might be able to convince you to get us a new sign?
Look at that. Look at it.
I
Isn't
mean,
that bad?
I'm not Tommy and she's not Sarah.
Now,
That's
yeah,
pathetic.
that's bad.
Poor
It's been a long
taste.
time.
Well, I tell
long
you,
time.
Lars is so good with making the
Really?
signs. You know,
Really?
he started out small with the business.
Oh.
Yeah, and he started out with a small sign, I'd say. Yeah, small, nice, hand-painted sign. Open. Oh, it was so lovely. Lars did such a nice job.
Wow.
Yeah, quickly, followed that up with a little bit more, adventure, some kind of the next sign. Closed. So the best sign that got the most calls from everybody, I gotta say, out to lunch. You should have seen them knocking down the doors when we got that.
Three words.
3 words.
3 words.
That had to be a pretty big sign.
This is good. 25 years, then we
yes,
decided
yes.
it's time to do something different, so we retired.
Oh,
Not
boy.
this one. I got 2. Yes, sir. I got 2.
boy.
I got Poems I Wrote, which has the famous bee poem in it.
Will you do the bee poem? I love the bee poem.
Well, okay.
Well,
I mean, I have
and
reservations, but I want to hear the bee poem.
what's
Sorry,
the other
shush,
book?
Shush. I want to hear the bee poem.
Okay, it's in Poems I Wrote. Okay,
You
that's
can't-
the first book. Second
Really,
book is
gotta get
more
this to me.
poems I wrote, and I've got the
like
I've
government
got
gum
some.
for crying
I've got
out
the
loud. We
Ode
get
to
two.
Prairie Ann and this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's dynamite. Okay, here we go. You want the bee poem? That's
I
your
want the bee
favorite?
poem.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
you want
okay.
the bee
Here we
poem.
go.
Okay.
This is everybody's favorite. I got this poem when I was weed whacking along on Ella's lane.
Yeah.
And all
Her
of a
leg?
sudden- her lane.
Lane.
Yeah.
Lane.
Her driveway. And so anyway, I'm going along there and all of a sudden I hit the swarm of bees. And I get stung here. And I get stung there.
Oh,
but
my God.
it inspired this poem. Everybody's favorite Ronnie P. Silage poem.
Can we hear it?
Yes, the bee poem.
The bee poem. Okay.
Oh, bee, when you stung me, I realized how hurtful the world can be. People love that poem. People love it. It's in that book right there.
See
That
it?
book.
Aren't
And then
you glad?
the Ode to Prairie
I'm so
Ann's in
glad we
this
heard
book.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Ronnie,
Ron-
I have
Ronnie,
to ask.
Ronnie,
I have
Ronnie.
to ask. Now you brought up Prairie Ann. I have heard that maybe the books are just kind of like an elaborate love letter to Prairie Ann. Now, is that true?
Well, every great artist has his muse. I mean, think Keats, think Yeats, think Elvis and Priscilla, okay? And so, Prairie Ann has always been my inspiration, and she inspired every page in these 2 books.
If I read these 2 books, what am I going to learn?
But the learning opportunities in these books are endless. I'm telling you, I like to think of them as a guide to life. How to live a life as Ronnie P. Silage would.
Ronnie?
Everybody.
Ronnie, I hate to interrupt, but there's only like 2 poems in each one of these books, and the rest are kind of like doodles.
Yeah, I'm a multifaceted artist.
It's like a manuscript.
Are you insulting my artistic sensibility
no.
of the poet laureate from the great institution Purdue University? Are you insulting me?
I would never do that because I'm just glad you're here.
I love that show. And speaking of shows I love, the next show to come out of Sweet Swine County was hosted by 3 sassy ladies that each week shared small town stories with big town attitude. The show, The Women of Sweet Swine County. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Women of Sweet Swine County, where we share small town stories with big town attitude. And here today with me are my ever popular both co-hosts, Paris and Nicole. Good afternoon. Yes,
How are you?
Wonderful.
I know. The talk over at Edie's Cafe. It's all about you. The talk,
Again?
the rumor is that you are going to take a trip outside of Sweet Swine County. Is that true?
That is true.
Oh, I am so glad. You finally listened to us.
You know, after seeing
we're so proud.
We do so many wonderful reports about towns outside Sweet Swine County. You know what? I decided it was time that I need to go on a little road trip myself. Just last week, I went on my first road trip. Look at what I found.
Wow, those are awesome.
Oh my God. I can't wait to take them to my first rodeo.
Do they have them in different colors?
They have them in different
Oh my
colors,
goodness.
different
And sizes?
sizes.
Where did
I
you
need
get
pink
them?
ones too. Well, you wouldn't believe it. I went to Cherokee.
Cherokee,
Iowa. And I found this one of the fabulous stores I found in Cherokee was called Bits and Pieces. And it carries boots, jewelry, apparel, men's, women's, children, just everything
home
you can
furnishings.
imagine. Everything you can imagine.
Well, and you learned about this place from one of the many reports that we show on our show, didn't you?
We did.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Billy Cruz singing her newest song, As the Corn Grows.
As the corn grows, our story knows that family, farm, and friends are here to stay. And as the wind blows across the fields of gold, Sweet Swine County is my home on the range. I never knew a place so peaceful and so green. I never thought I'd write this song to sing. But everyone around is connected in this town, and I wonder what the days ahead will bring. As the corn grows, our story knows that family, farm, and friends are here to stay. And as the wind blows across the fields of gold, Sweet Swine County is my home on the range. Ooh, 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 ooh. When I moved in by the lake in a cabin in the spring, I thought I'd hide away in solitude. A friendship began to grow when my neighbors said hello. I fell in love with their country attitude. As the corn grows, our story knows that our family, farm, and friends are here to stay. And when the wind blows across the fields of gold, Sweet Swine County is my home on the range. Sweet Swine County is my home on the range. Sweet Swine County is my home on the range.
Now those ladies truly have attitude, kind of like they have their own view. And one of those ladies really looks familiar. Good job, Denise.
Thank you, Jeff. Another show that has become a favorite with the viewers is Cooking It Up with Betty.
Oh yeah. Everyone loves a cooking show. On this show, the host and her, questionable guests cook up something special for us.
And thanks to Betty's field reporters, we learn about the places to visit throughout Sweet Swine County and beyond. Well, again, let's take a look.
Our Story Productions presents Cooking It Up with Betty, a saucy look at our stories. So, get ready for the one and only Betty Thompson!
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Cooking It Up with Betty. And what a show we have planned for you today. I have a special guest. We will be making a special dish together, and we will have reports from the roving reporters out in the field of our story country looking for interesting places to visit. Without further ado, let me introduce my very special guest today, a bird lover extraordinaire, Ellen Seasmore. Welcome, Ellen. Ellen?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I saw a cardinal perch right outside the studio window. So cute. Oh. Thank you so much for having me. You know, when the producers first called, I have to admit, I didn't know a lot about the show. So I asked them to tell me about it and tell me about you, and they told me you were also a bird lover.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm an avid bird lover.
Oh, wonderful. Gosh, and there's so many beautiful birds to choose from.
So what kind of birds do you like?
I love them all. I love them all. I tell you, beautiful blue jays, those songbirds. Oh, I just can't get enough of them. I love watching birds.
You watch them?
Yeah.
Just watch them?
Well, I take pictures. I've written some books.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, interesting.
Well, enough about me. This is your show. What kind of birds do you love?
Oh, well, yes, I like birds too. I like chicken and duck and turkey and goose.
Oh, good choice.
And partridge and pheasant. Oh, I see Lewis is motioning for us to get started. You know.
Abby Appetite reporting in. Today we're going to find out what's cooking in small town USA. Ah, the aromas. Such a delight to the senses.
Lenny Leftover reporting what's cooking in our story country. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Select the toppings, pile on the cheese, and when all is said and done, the only leftover in sight will be I, Lenny Leftover. Ah, magnifico.
Sharing where to eat and nightlife options, how could you go wrong?
That's for sure. And now we're excited to share with you a couple more shows that are in development. These shows have been aired to great reviews, and we're excited to bring you some more. Let's take a look.
Good day, I'm Charles Kornwalt, and this is Tuesday afternoon. Television, or should I say the people on television, have become part of our family. In most families you'll find a matriarch, a woman who is the head of the family, or a powerful mother figure. There have been many iconic television matriarchs. Some of our favorites have been Miss Ellie, Mrs. Howell, Hazel, and of course, Aunt Bee. On this part 2 of our series, we'll be showing you the television that you grew up with is alive and well. Today we'll learn more about a woman that will go down in television history as iconic television matriarch, Mrs. Swanson, from the hit reality soap opera, As the Corn Grows. Early on, this reality soap opera star that we saw a woman who was always willing to help her fellow Sweet Swine County citizens.
Just a minute. Just a minute. I want to talk to you a minute. This storeroom has seen more action than the Starlight Motel.
Oh, Mrs. Swanson, we weren't.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. First, I caught Cousin John and Prairie Ann. Then I caught Cousin John with Aunt Minnie. Then I caught you and Katie in here. I think there's something in the water.
Hold on here. You said Cousin John and Prairie Ann?
Yes. They had their heads together, plotting something.
You know, come to think of it, I've seen those two around town a whole lot lately. You don't think they're...
Oh, no. She wouldn't have anything to do with that old coot.
Well, I don't know, Mrs. Swanson.
Sharing yesterday's news today for a better tomorrow, it's That's News to Us with Stone Fox and Barbara Waters.
Barbara, back to you.
Thanks, Fox. Now, here's the latest breaking news right here in Sweet Swine County. Is Mrs. Swanson's Sweet and Eats catering business going to make it?
What does that have to do with the news?
This is very important breaking news, Stone. Please.
All right, continue.
That's what the Sweet Swine County residents are asking, at least, after it was reported by the Daily Boar newspaper that Mrs. Swanson is nearly penniless. You may remember that she was enticed by Ronnie P. Silage to invest her life savings in the business brainchild Hot Dish on a Stick.
Is this real, Barbara?
This is very real. This is important news. However, Silage found no takers for the product while pitching it on his recent European marketing jaunt. When asked about the rumor, Mrs. Swanson just said, "You can't keep a good hot dish down." Don't you just love Mrs. Swanson?
I love these shows.
You aren't alone, Denise, and you know we'll be seeing a lot more of these shows.
Now, for the last talk show to come out of Sweet Swine County is our entry into late night. Split of tonight. Let's take a look.
Live from Sweet Swine County, where every day is sweet, it's Split Hoof Tonight with Billy Gates and the Broken Windows Band. Hi, I'm Earl Silo, and now let's welcome Sweet Swine's one and only Cousin John.
Hey folks, thanks a lot. Hey, welcome back to another great episode of Split Hoof Tonight.
Split Hoof Tonight.
I think this is like number 28. We've been doing this a long time. That's a great thing. You know, Earl, I was watching TV the other night. You know, it's really funny. You know that the president's got problems when the late night hosts start to pick on him. They've been hammering on him. Leno talks about the other night, he goes, "Have you heard about the Obama value meal at McDonald's? You walk up to the counter, you order whatever you want to have, and the guy behind you has to pay for it." Let me ask you this. Is there a possibility we could talk you into maybe honoring us and our listening audience with a little song?
Sure. I'll do one song that I was going to do on the CD.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Hey, folks, Lonesome Ron.
This is a song I wrote about a camp cook, and he does the most work on the cattle drive. He always makes sure people are fed. His name is Chuck Wagon Joe. There's a trailhand that we all know. The name he goes by, Chuck Wagon Joe. When lunch is ready, he'll ring that bell. Come and get it, you could hear him yell. Cattle rise up at break of dawn, and we get ready to move them on. We'll smell that bacon across the plain. It's breakfast time on the open range, working from morning till setting sun. Even when it's storming, his job gets done. We'll gather round the dinner bell, then we'll know that we'll all eat well. Sourdough biscuits and ham gravy, and the best cornbread on the whole prairie. When stars are shining and all is still, there'll be hot coffee to fight the chill. He'll have our trail set for the morning hour. He's aimed the wagon right at the stars, working from morning till setting sun. Even when it's storming, his job gets done. And when the angels ride him away, in a supper time on Judgment Day, come and get it, you'll hear him cry. From the big chuck wagon roaming in the sky. From the big chuck wagon roaming in the sky. Thank you.
Oh, that was awesome.
Well, Jeff, I think Letterman and Leno better watch out.
I agree.
And there you have it. The shows and segments coming out of Sweet Swine County.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at the real people who are making the characters of our show come to life. Without their time and talent, we could not achieve our mutual goal to tell
our story, small town living at its best.